wife asked me to teach this class because she needed somebody, and I stepped in. I'm not very knowledgeable about this, but I want to let you know I've experimented, Debbie's experimented, my son has experimented, we've done. I want to show you how simple this is. So I want to let you know that I'm not some guy that's done this a 100 times. This is the Volcano Stove 2, not 1. 1 was larger, heavier. We bought it, sits in our garage, and no one wanted to use it unless we really had to. This one was really cool. I never thought I'd need to buy another one, but when I saw it, I needed to buy it. Comes in this carrying kit. It's so easy to take out. It's 19 pounds. You're not going to believe this, what you're going to see, but here it is. Here it is. You can take the stuff out of it. If you want to, when you're all done and you want to collapse it, you're all done cooking and it's cooled off. 5 inches. Let it down. Up. Good to go. What I normally do is I take the chimney, I put the charcoals in the chimney, and heat them up and throw them in the bottom in here. Debbie has the chimney, so plus I didn't really get it hot. There's several layers of cooking. Bottom layers here. The middle layers here, so you can put your food right on that. Let's tilt this so you can see it. And then you can put this here for a third layer of cooking, or if you're trying to control the heat, put a heat diffuser on it. This reduces the pressure of the air coming out, the heat coming out by 50%. It also reduces flare-ups when you're cooking steaks. Right down there. Everything comes with this kit as you see it. It's my understanding it comes with the kit. Now, this is double walled, so that means that it doesn't get hot. The bottom gets a little bit warm, but you can have a tablecloth under there. You don't have to worry about it. So the heat is kept in, and that's very important. The problem we have with this, if there's any problem, is trying to learn to use less fuel, because it's so efficient. So we've burned some things because we cooked like we would normally cook. So we've had to reduce everything. The rule of thumb is, like if you do a Dutch oven, it holds up to a 12-inch Dutch oven. Kim, the Dutch oven guy, practiced on this very unit right here and loved it. And he stacked up to 4. It can hold up to 360 pounds. And I think you can stack more than 4, but he only did 4 high. This is an option. It's a Kevlar lid. Kevlar lid goes on top. It's my understanding that you don't need to have the coals on top because it creates like a convection oven. It's also my understanding that the charcoals that you need might be as little as half, which you might probably need. Bottom again because of the efficiency. But this book here, which is an accessory, of course, talks about how many coals you need depending on the temperature. It's very technical. It's got great recipes. And it talks to you about, tells you how each of these items should be, what they were engineered for. This controls the air coming in and out. So if you reduce the air, it lasts longer, but it burns cooler, which is very important. And the diffuser Keeps the heat, the oxygen from coming out too fast too, so it reduces the temperature. Must be about 50%. It's really good for Dutch ovens. The Dutch oven people tell me they love it. I'm a Dutch oven guy, so I don't know. I just know that I like to eat with it. I like cakes. So we've done cornbread in here, and we've done peach cobbler in here. Again, the challenge was too much heat. This also has a nice hole in the top where you just put a thermometer in here, so you can keep track of the temperature. This is an accessory for your Dutch oven. That's why I haven't used it. This is the propane setup. You can buy Volcano two types, wood and charcoal, or wood, charcoal, and propane. I always recommend the propane because there's a rule of threes. You always want 3 of everything, and you would have 3 sources of energy here. You've got the wood, the charcoal, propane. The propane kit comes with the propane burner. Comes with the brass adapter that comes out here. Comes with the tube, the hose that goes on the 5-gallon tank. You can buy an adapter, I don't know how much, maybe $10, that you can use for the small cylinder. It's the first time I ever used the propane. This is morning setting up, and I probably set this whole thing up from scratch in 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Let me show you how easy it is to light. Take the diffuser, put it down, take a match. I just lay it there. I just turn it on. You guys want to come up and look? You're welcome to. There it is. The heat coming off is pretty impressive. Pardon me? You can see if you look close, you can see everything.
And then, in order to do the wood and the charcoal, you would take that piece out.
Well, that's the little propane setup. Anyone that wants to come and look at this, I know that I have to feel and
So
touch.
that one is only for the wood and charcoal, and this is only for the charcoal.
No, this can use, either of these can use all 3.
Oh, I see.
It's very important, clear. I have the propane set up on all of them. All of them do wood and charcoal. You can get a wood and charcoal one and then decide to get the propane set up and just, it comes
Adapt
with the burner, right, you just throw it in there. It's not going to change anything. Except, I want to let everyone know we're going to try to do group buy. Debbie's been in contact with Volcano directly. So, I can tell you that normal retailish with shipping is around $50 for the whole propane setup. What I say, it's $150, and then it's around $100 without the propane with the shipping.
So you're saying that the propane will do all of them, that the other one will just do for wood and
Right, you don't have to use the propane. So both of these have both, of all 3 rather. All of them do the wood and the charcoal. I just bought the propane kit for both. For the propane, any stove that you can, or any pan you use in your kitchen can be used on this. 12-inch, up to a 12-inch Dutch oven. You have any size wok. The way you use this, it's so simple, but at the same time, you've got to just experiment because it's so efficient with the temperature, the heat, that you've got to learn to keep your fuel down compared to normal uses. I want to make that clear that that was our challenge, to keep it cooled down. Isn't trying to get anything hotter. Any questions so far?
What about the cleanup process?
Cleanup is the way I like it. This morning I put some steaks the other day. I used 20 briquettes. I probably always
The difference
that's how I
between
am.
the two is
Probably
that
could have gotten
he
away
bought
with
the
it.
first one, it didn't. He bought this.
They were hardly burned by the
It didn't have the
they
propane
propane
option.
place. I used to go
It didn't
garden,
have the
dump it
propane
out,
option in it. You can have
here.
the propane option and use it.
brought it here. I didn't clean
You
it.
have a
I
propane burner.
didn't want anything to be sterile, make it look like something commercial.
This one here,
This is just the
when
way
I bought
it
it, it came with everything.
The
I'm
drippings,
thinking all three capabilities.
sells the drippings here.
That was 100.
Or if it's on the cold, it has flavors to your food. They really don't want any soap or switches to wipe out, maybe with the no braces, maybe with the damp cloth. This is no wiping out. This is not without the little bit of coals that burn down to zero, just powder. Up to my goggles.
I suppose it would be good to
Threw it in
run
a
after the
herring bag. It took me 2 minutes to reach out and put it in a all in the bag and bring it
maybe
here.
you couldn't find the
So simple. Again, I'll tell you,
for emergency.
get hot, it's a little warm here. You can have, so you can have a tablecloth underneath here.
That is so cute.
This is an amazing thing. It creates the convection oven type effect. This comes, there's the, I think this is an accessory. So I think your accessories are is the Dutch oven, grabber,
I thought it was cute.
propane is an accessory. The connector for the bottle is an accessory. This is intended to connect to the 5-gallon jug, okay, propane bottle. You want to do it on a small one, you do this. You take this one camping. We've done fish cobbler. Burned a little because it was too hot. Then he's done bread in it. Cornbread. It's got a great recipe. This one's like cake. This is for if you're gonna light it. I don't really need it with the propane, but if you're gonna go down with the charcoal, keeps the hair on your arms. This is the booklet. I've got 2 of them. You can pass them around. This is what you. These are the accessories available, and the kits are here. 2 options. So 2 options and the accessories in the back. Any questions? The answer is from reading this book, which is an amazing book, because you get the convection set up, and we know convection ovens faster because they're more efficient. The answer is yes. But at the same time, certain things need a certain amount of time to cook at certain temperatures. But you get that efficiency thing which reduces your time. This book is very detailed. My wife says a guy wrote it. She's certain of it. I like it. She doesn't. But it's got recipes and stuff in it because it's too technical. It talks about sea level and oxygen and negative and positive pressure and so much temperature per briquette. But it helps you understand if you just slow down a little bit or reread it a few times, it starts to sink in. But really, there's no replacement for experience, right?
You gotta try it.
Like I threw in 20 briquettes, I did the steak, and they were quarter burned by the time I was done. I could have done it for 10 or less. But that's part of the experience is learning to get less fuel there. Because the efficiency is so great because it keeps everything on the inside because it's double walled. All these holes are drilled. These amount of holes and size of the holes are for a reason. They're not there random holes. They're there because it's a balance between the oxygen, the pressure, and we're trying to get the maximum efficiency. When you go over, I don't know if you went to rocket stove, but that's another one of the concepts of the beauties of the rocket stove is you get a 100% burning or a high efficiency burning because the oxygen and the fuel source are matched. So you get very little smoke. Smoke is energy.
So I'm not worried about that. I don't
Any
know.
questions?
So the beauty of this is
Well, let's start from the beginning, because the beauty is I got a carrying case, I throw it all in there, and it's the first thing. Second thing is I set it up in what, 10 seconds or something?
Immediate gratification. You can eat.
Then I have my charcoal thing, and I pour that in there. What is that, a few minutes? And within just a few minutes from the time I decide I'm hungry and I want to start cooking to the time the coals are ready is less than 5 minutes.
versus a regular barbecue. Is that
Now,
the-
regular barbecues,
Big dish.
they get hot on the outside. They, you can control the air coming in, but you can't control the air going out, which is what this does by 50%. This is just not a heat diffuser. This is also reduces the amount of oxygen that's being is going out. So it keeps it because if this wasn't here, this would suck more in. So when you're adding resistance, the pressure going in is reduced. See, I got that from the book that I wrote. And then you can reduce it even further. We use a ceramic tile. The book talks about you just take a number 10 can metal lid, put it on top here, and that reduces this by 50%. Remember, the theme is fuel efficiency. We think the way, from our past experience, our problems are we are overheating. We have to learn to bring everything down to less fuel, so we get so we don't burn things. And we save fuel. Any questions? So does that answer your question about the ease?
Yeah.
And then to put it away, it's this. I mean, even with the dirt and the coals and everything, leave them in there if you want to. And I think you might even be able to put it in a bag and it's hot. I wouldn't recommend it. So the other thing is, I haven't told the upper bosses this, but you don't cook inside.
People forget that.
The book tells you a lot about it, I think, every page. Don't cook inside. I'm not saying that it has. Any questions? Because I think we're ready to move on. Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I have one that's similar to that, but it's like this. Or like this.
Now
Well,
there's
it's one of the-
now this
one
is
way
the
or the
two.
Yeah,
Now
this
there's
might
Volcano
have
1.
three.
Volcano 1 is bigger and not portable at all, and sits in our garage
Can we use it?
because it's heavy and cumbersome, and it's there someday if I ever would need it. However, we've owned this for about maybe a month or so. I bought two of them. And we've used these a lot because they're so simple.
Come on, darling.
Okay, we got
there's
some
another
chairs
chair
here.
over here.
Go ahead and sit down.
I'm gonna stand this. Is that okay?
Stay wherever you want. Signing off.